Alright guys, welcome back to the channel where today we're going to be taking a look at Universe mode. So we're going to jump straight in here where you can see this year we'll have 3 save slots available for Universe. Therefore you no longer have to juggle multiple shows from different eras within one Universe mode. Now you can set up individual saves for each era. So you can have one for the current day, one for the Attitude era, and then you can go Golden era, TNA, your own custom universe. Whichever one you choose, you now have 3 options as opposed to 1. Once you've selected your save slot, you'll be taking the Universe mode main menu, which has also seen a redesign this year, with the show's main graphic now being dynamic and constantly updating to show the superstars that are your current champions, or who are locked in a rivalry, with your show's logo also appearing to give it that TV-like presentation. As for options, if we're heading to story options, then much like in past years, here we can customize the type of stories that we see, with options for the Royal Rumble Winners rivalry, Undertaker's WrestleMania rivalry, and also a Survivor Series one. You can also set up other options, including if you want the game to set up automatic rivals, tag team breakups and formations, storylines that change whether a superstar is heel or face, and if you want injuries to be a part of Universe mode. Finally, if things go haywire, there's also the reset option, and that allows you to reset Universe mode back to the default. Moving into my universe, and here we'll have the main hub for setting things up, with options to view the latest happenings in news, current rivalries such as John Cena and AJ Styles, a list of championships, superstars, teams and shows, all of which you can customize to your liking. Heading into shows, and here you can see the defaults featuring the full week of WWE programming with Raw, Main Event, NXT and SmackDown, and then Friday and Saturday free to add your own custom shows, however Sundays are reserved for pay-per-views. What we're going to do here is add a new show on Friday, and we're going to go with a major show as opposed to a minor show, as that allows for more matches, with 7 matches set as the default. However, this can be edited to your liking, as can the show's name and all the participants that you want to see included, as well as options to set a world, singles, tag team and women's championship. As you can see here, this screen notes that this year, any shows that you create in Universe mode can also be used in Exhibition. Therefore, if you create a custom show, then you can use that show in Exhibition mode and it'll load up the arena with all of the options that you choose when setting it up in Universe. As for those options, once you've selected your initial show settings, then you're taken to this screen where you can further make changes to your show, with options to set the name, which we're going to leave as WWE for now. Then you can set the location, which can be set to a random place in the US, as well as various other cities around the world. You can also choose theme music for your show this year, with options that include all of the current TV and pay-per-view themes, as well as some classic ones for the arenas in the game. So if you're creating an Attitude Era Rose War universe, then not only can you choose the Rose War arena, but this year you can also choose the classic Rose War theme, and that will play during opening scenes of each show. Now, if you don't want to set a specific TV or pay-per-view theme, then this year you can also set a Superstars theme as your show's theme. So maybe you want to create a Superstar specific pay-per-view like Rock Bottom was for The Rock, then you can now use his theme for the show. Also included are themes for both DLC superstars and arenas, as well as elements which feature a whole host of custom themes that can be also used if you want to use something a little bit more original. Staying with audio, and another option is the ability to choose how your show is referred to in regards to the in-game commentary, as you can now choose to have the commentators refer to your show as any of the in-game arenas, or go with the WWE 2K17 option, which stops them calling it anything specific. Using this new option, if you choose to create Raw or SmackDown, then you can choose Raw or SmackDown here, and then whenever you play a match in the arena, the commentators will act as if it is Raw or SmackDown, and they'll call it so in the show openings, welcoming viewers to Raw and so on. Speaking of arenas, and here you can see we can choose which arena to use, with all the in-game arenas available as well as the DLC ones, and any custom arenas that you've created. Once you've chosen an arena to use, you can then set the match card screen, choosing from any of the in-game arenas shown here, as well as the DLC, and just like last year, you can use custom match card screens that feature the majority of last year's options, including ACW, as well as a few new ones. The same options are also available for transition designs for the graphics that play in between screens, with the additional option of a custom WWE 2K17 transition similar to the 2K16 one included last year. Nameplates and replay screens can also be customized using the in-game, DLC and custom options, as can your show's logo and show load, which allow players to choose an opening video that'll play whenever you start a new Universe mode show, with options for the current WWE programs like Raw or SmackDown, as well as the option to choose a custom video that you've created using the new Create a Video feature. Also new is the filter option, therefore just like when creating an arena, you can choose to have your show take place with a filter on screen, with options including non, late 90s, 1990s, 1980s, black and white, sepia, bad VHS, which is actually the option that I'm going to choose here, as well as vignette. Finally, the last piece of the puzzle is the referee, as this year you can choose which kind of ref will officiate your show, with options for an ECW ref, a Japanese ref, 5 different old school refs with classic WWE in scratch logos, the standard ref, and 2 WCW versions. Once you've set up your show deals, you're then taken back to the edit show screen where you'll need to select which superstars you want to appear on your show. So seeing as I choose the bad VHS filter, I'm going to pick out a handful of Attitude Era stars, and then that way we can get a look at them with the filter enabled. So we're going to go with the likes of Big Show, the 3 Faces of Foley, Kane, Stone Cold, and The Undertaker to name a few. We'll leave the number of matches set to 7 and we'll have to have at least one world title, so let's stick to the classic feel. We're going to go with the Attitude Era WWE Championship. However, when you do this yourself, you can actually go with any belt, including custom championships, as I'm sure a lot of people will opt to download or create the new Universal Championship for Raw, as well as the new women's and tag team titles for SmackDown. Once you've decided on a belt to go with, you can then choose who holds this championship, so let's choose someone that we've already added, like the Big Show, and he can be our WWE Champion. Now that everything's in place, let's go and accept, where we get this notification to tell us that we haven't included our new show on any of the current pay-per-views, therefore we'll have to edit a pay-per-view to make sure our new show's roster is going to be a part of it. So we won't do that just yet, we're going to head over to the rivalries menu instead, and here we can see which superstars are currently feuding, as well as edit or remove any of the current feuds. So what we're going to do here is select Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns. So this is where you generally get a breakdown of how things are progressing in any match results. However, because we've yet to play a match, this screen is currently blank. What we'll do is we'll delete this rivalry and then we'll go through setting up a new one so you can see the options, which pretty much remain the same as last year. So you can set up a new 1-on-1 or 2-on-2 feud, as well as determine how long it lasts with options for short, medium or long, and then you can also choose which superstars you want to be a part of it. As we head back to the main Universe hub, the news tab here features all the current ongoings in Universe mode, including historical stats. However, at present, it too is empty as we've not played any matches, so let's check back into this a little bit later on. Going back to the main Universe menu, this time let's go into calendar view where we can see all the shows currently set up in the Universe, and we can actually use triangle to quickly edit any of the shows this year instead of going through the edit Universe option. What we're going to do is similar to our new show on Friday, which in doing so we get notified of a personality trait change, as the outcome to Natalia's match has increased her bold trait, and that has now become her dominant personality trait. Also on the right you can see a few more details about her progress, as she's currently a heel and receiving boos from the crowd, with her enemies including both Charlotte and Becky Lynch. So here we are on our own show's menu, and you can see here the banner features the top stars from our roster with the WWE logo in the middle. However, this will automatically update to any logo you decide to set for your show. As we select tonight's card, you can see here our first match features the British Bulldog, Bam Bam Bigelow and the loose cannon Brian Pillman in triple threat action, but rather than select that, let's go into the news section, where you can see it's now being populated with news from the other shows in our universe, with updates on Natalya, who cut a promo reminding the WWE universe how great she is, gloating over her accomplishments made and yet to come. Dean Ambrose also spoke to the universe and shared his thoughts on his success, promising to defend his title against whichever opponent he faces, and then The Miz began addressing his championship reign, but was shortly interrupted by Zack Ryder, who boldly made his claim for a shot at the title. Scrolling down, you can also see we'll have some news updates from both NXT and Raw, as the Revival are set to face American Alpha for the NXT tag team titles. Finn Balor demanded Samoa Joe meet him in the ring as they built towards their championship match. Asuka appears to have made her debut on Raw as she came down ringside during Nia Jax's match to distract her. The Dudleys challenged the New Day, and another bad confrontation between Cesaro and Kevin Owens brought back some unresolved hostility. Getting back to the match card, and if we scroll through what's in store using R1, you can see we'll have the classic Undertaker scheduled to go to promo tonight, as well as the current day Undertaker in action in the show's main event, where he's going to be taking on Bret the Hitman Hart, with the R's next to each of their names indicating that they're currently locked into a rivalry. Let's see what the Undertaker has to say then as we choose to start the show, at which point the opening video will play, so I'll let this play through and then you can see what it's like, as well as hearing the show's opening.
As always, a wonderful show awaits us, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. We've got the usual full house, and we are ready to get this party started. We're sitting ringside, ready to bring you all tonight's action in front of this capacity crowd. Don't you dare go anywhere, because we've got a legendary lineup ahead. You'd absolutely be insane to change the channel, so don't even think about it. Looking at tonight's card, we really do have all hands on deck for this one. Triple threat action coming up next. we have a real fan favorite, taking on two of the toughest competitors the WWE has to offer.
So there you go, confirmation that show intros are back in Universe mode, complete with pyro, as a lot of people have been asking if that was included, so I'm happy to share that. Plus you can now see the intro video works too, so this one was just raw, but like I mentioned earlier, you can choose various different show videos to play, or you can even create your own using Create a Video. Also, the music playing in the background, don't forget that too is customizable, so the theme that plays during the show opening will be the one that you set when setting up your show. Another thing that I really like is how the commentary actually continues in the menus, so you can then see the match card as Cole goes over what's in store for the night, so I think that's a really nice addition. Let's move on then, as we've got the Undertaker set to cut promo, which as you can see here, just like when starting matches in Universe mode, you actually get the option to play through it yourself. Therefore, I'm going to take control of the Undertaker so I can see how the promo engine works.
Not the first time and probably not the last time we'll hear from him.
He looks very focused right now and ready to make a point.
Let's listen in as he addresses the WWE Universe.
Shh.
So here we go, this is the new promo engine where you can take control and choose what's said, with 4 options available, and whichever one you choose will determine how the crowd reacts to you, and it'll either increase or decrease your performance bar, which in turn can help build your character's heel or face meter. The red meter on the screen, that is your decision timing, therefore you'll have until this bar empties to make a choice, otherwise if you let it run down then it'll cause you to trip on your words and embarrass yourself, which in turn will decrease your performance meter. Looking at the promo HUD in the top left, the top bar tracks the crowd's reaction to you and your performance, therefore this will turn blue if they approve and it'll go red if they disapprove. The bottom bar labelled face, this tracks how much of a reaction you're getting, so if you cut a face promo, this will fill up and increase your face status. However, if you go the opposite way and cut a heel promo, then you'll see this change to heel. To make things a little bit more difficult, also factored in are different crowd types, as depending on the location that you're in, there's different types of crowd including family friendly, hardcore, respectful and disrespectful. Now to score big, you'll want to match your promo with the type of crowd, so if you have a family friendly audience, a babyface promo will put you over nicely, but if you have a hardcore crowd, that's not going to do the trick. One thing you can do though is cut the complete opposite kind of promo, and while the crowd won't approve, it will at least increase your crowd reaction score and could even help you complete a heel or face turn. As for bonus points, you gain more points if you put together a cohesive promo, therefore if you start out face and you go with all the face options instead of switching between them, then you'll also see your points begin to stack up. So let's make a decision for our first choice. We've got options including I've got something to say, you'll look bad because I'm so good, something is bothering me, and you guys make this place bearable. So I'm going to go with I've got something to say, leading to the Undertaker saying, I've never been one to hold back when it comes to what I think, nor am I the type of person to sit in the back and wait for my turn. I've got a lot that I need to get off my chest, and I don't give a damn who I defend or who I upset, be it the superstars in the back, you fans in the audience, or anyone in charge of running this company. I've got something to say, and I will be heard. So that's a bit of an in-between choice. It's not really heel or face, and because of that our face meter hasn't increased, but the crowd did like it, therefore our promo performance has actually gone up. So we've now been joined by the Big Show, and that's because he's the current champ in our universe, and I think these two might actually be locked in a rivalry, so that's why he's come out. Now with him joining us, there's now 2 promo HUDs on screen, so we can now see who's getting the better of the promo, so let's hear what the Big Show has to say. Once again, I found myself having to come out in front of all you morons and set the record straight, so shut your mouths and listen, and you might just learn something. So Big Show there going with a heel promo, which goes against him being a face, and because of that his promo performance has actually turned red to show negative reaction, and if you go back to the moment that you chose the option, then you can actually see it briefly flashed up poor choice, so that'll give you some indication of how well you're doing and help you learn what kind of reactions work and which don't. Before we fire back at him, you can see here the mic performance notes, indicating that you can use R2 during promos, and then depending on your mic skill, which increases from cutting promos, it'll allow you to get higher scores, talk longer, and actually slow the timer down to give you more time to decide on an option. So let's decide how we're going to respond. We've got 4 options. What the hell are you doing? I'm going to prove that you're a coward. I'm sorry, can you speak up? Or this should be interesting. So let's go with what the hell are you doing? What the hell do you think you're doing? You're looking at a ticking time bomb ready to explode, and interrupting me is just like lighting the fuse and asking for trouble. Whatever you're going to say better be good, or you're in for a world of pain. So that response seems to have gone really well with the crowd, and it's actually increased our performance meter from doing so. To respond, Big Show's chose to continue going down the heel route as he's fed up with being overlooked, so he's gone with, I'm going to make this short and sweet. I'm sick of being overlooked by the fans, the other superstars and the authority. I've proven myself to be one of the top talents in this company, but I have yet to get the respect I deserve and the opportunities that come along with it, and I refuse to sit quietly about it anymore. To reply, our options are apologize right now for interrupting, who are you again? What is that stench? And I've got nothing but respect for you. So I was going to go with who are you again, but let's go with the apologize option and see how that affects where we are, as that should probably decrease it. So yeah, that's decreased it, so we've kind of gone the opposite route, as this is a bit more aggressive, and because of that our positive reaction has dropped a little bit, so we've gone with listen to me, you son of a bitch. I'm not going to stand here and be made to look a jerk in front of the world. You apologise right now, apologise for saying what you said, for interrupting me, for taking my time away. Fortunately for us, here Big Show's also made a poor choice and his performance has also dropped. He's gone with, I can't take it anymore, everything about you makes me angry. The sound of your voice, the way you dress, the colour of your boots, even your haircut makes me angry. And when I get angry, people tend to get hurt. And by people, I mean you. So Big Show, not a fan of classic Undertaker's grey boots or that 80s perm. So let's see if we can turn this one around. We've got 4 options. We've got I choose when I'm going to fight, you don't realise what you've started, listen to the voice inside your head, and I've had a rough day in this dump. So I'm not entirely sure which to go for. Let's go with, you don't realise what you've started. I'm not sure if you're really aware of what you've set in motion here. I was content to go my way and let you wallow in your mediocrity, but you had to poke the hornet's nest, didn't you? Keep it up and you'll get stung. So fighting talk there from the Undertaker as things are starting to heat up. Meanwhile, Big Show says, I ain't here to be on some talk show, you want the match or not, because I'm about ready to start up right now. Get a ref, get a bell, and let's do this thing. So things have really started to break down and we've now got the option to try and cool things or go the opposite direction and push things a little bit further. So I'm going to go with give the king what he wants. Listen here, you son of a bitch, I'm not here to play games, you know what I want, so give it to me right now. I'm the king of this company, I don't wait, you damn peasant. So that's not going to sit well, but the crowd did really like it, and you can see at the top we've actually got a strong reaction bonus level 2 for it, so that's really boosted our performance here and it's put us back into the lead. Finally, it's time for the last word, so this is how you know the promo is about to end, and it allows you to try and get the highest possible score. So we've got options including everyone here makes me sick, find me when you're ready to fight, I'm going to shut you up, or I won't waste another second with you. Now rather than go with one of these, I'm going to use one of our mic skills, so by pressing R2 we can see the full list of abilities that we'll have, with options to either fight or stare down our opponent. So let's go fight, let's end this on a high note as things completely break down. So as you can see here, once the cutscene plays out, you then get to take control of your superstar and actually continue the fight, but we don't have a finisher, which is kind of disappointing as it would have been good to actually end things with a tombstone, but instead we're just going to throw a Big Show at the outside and that'll lead to another cutscene to end the segment, which appears to be the same cutscene that ended entrance breakouts last year.
The referee has seen enough and this one is over before it begins.
We didn't even get the match started officially.
Once the cutscene ends, you can then see how the promos have affected each other's stats, with The Undertaker increasing his prideful, respectful and bold personality traits, while Big Show has increased his bold stat, but his egotistical and disrespectful traits have actually decreased. So there you go guys, that is the first look into Universe Mode and the new promo engine. I'm excited to play through it this year as the promos should make a big difference instead of just constantly playing matches and having an odd cutscene. Plus all the stuff with custom shows and setting up your own intros, music, referee, there's plenty that's been added and I think all in all it makes for some great additions to a mode that has probably felt like it's been a little bit stale in the last couple of years, but I think this will really rejuvenate it and I can't actually wait to sit down and play through properly, which is actually something that I'm going to do on this channel this year. So if there's a certain superstar, a show or an era that you want to see me include in Universe Mode, then let me know about it in the comments. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed this look at Universe Mode and the promo engine. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Subscribe for more early WWE 2K17 gameplay. Have yourself an awesome day, and until next time, I'll catch you later.